Hey guys, welcome back to another War of the Visions video, and for today we will be hunting with Drainforce Kitone. And just before we get into the team composition, I just wanted to give an update on my Glaciella Regalia. I do have her at 115 now, basically job level 25 or 22, so really fortunate that I got her here. But now it's really saving only, unless like the anniversary banners are good, but I'll be mainly skipping like Lara Croft, Jaden, and all those other people, and saving for Final Fantasy 15, because I want Noctis and Aranea, and then after that maybe Jume or Golbez, but definitely Golbez over Jume. But there's also the possibility of like Christmas or Halloween banners, so we'll have to see. But yeah, other than that, getting into the team, this will be the composition I'll be running today. It is Kitone, Engelbert, and Lemuré. So really weird composition. Definitely one of the weirdest teams I've ever built, but it works pretty well. So main star of the show is definitely Kitone, Drainforce Kitone, with 6.3k HP. On top of that, with some like man killer and all that good stuff, and she does pretty good damage with Drainforce. This is a different build from my previous Drainforce Kitone video. I'm not running the chocolate flan earrings, just because I think this item is not that good on this map, because you really won't reach the enemy until like turn 3 or turn 4, so you don't really get that 25% HP bonus from the earrings until much later. So I'm just running Ribbon just for that evade, and yeah, so a bit dodgy of a Kitone. She does have 113 agility, which is really high, and 378 luck. I don't know if that's good because I've never really ran evade before, but yeah, solid Kitone. She does the work pretty well. And then moving on to Engelbert, we have him at almost 12k HP, 67 defense, and he's definitely fun to use. I've been liking him a lot, but he still is like paper thin against magic users. So the thing about this team today is that we won't be taking this team against like Helenas, V-Slayers, Moors, Glaciellas, so none of that jazz. So only only physical teams. Okay, so moving on to Lemuré. Lemuré is honestly a really good support unit. I still think time mages are one of the best jobs in the game, and she really does that job really well. So yeah, just support Lemuré, she gets the job done. And you'll see in the fights that the way that I set up the AI, Lemuré is gonna stay behind a lot and support Engelbert and just push him forward, while Kitone is just on the side dealing damage. So that is what I'm really aiming for with this team, is Engelbert just soak up all the attacks while Kitone cleans up everyone sneakily. So yeah, that is the team going in for today. So let's get into the matches. Okay, so getting into our first match, we have 115 Cloud, 120 Warrior of Light, and 120 Tidus. So the protagonist boys out here with 1, 7, and 10. Let's see how we do against them. We did find a cloud, and mainly for almost all of my fights going forward, I will be going against slot 1 clouds, just because that makes Kitone right across from cloud, so we really want that placement there. So Kitone used bells and she walked forward. Here Lemuré is going for a haste shot onto Engelbert, and she was trying to get herself with that haste shot as well, but since I set up the AI like this, Engelbert is just up there by himself with haste shot, and Lemuré is in the back. So here we have Kitone going onto the side, getting ready to attack the enemy. Cloud goes for his guaranteed triple hit. We take some damage. Now here goes Engelbert with Sentinel. He does have hate on him, so he's gonna attract everyone. Haste shot from Lemuré onto herself. Here goes Kitone, Drain Force onto Word of Light, 4.5k, not bad. There's Stop Strike, and the stop actually goes through, which I think might have taken off the hate off of Engelbert, which made Tidus go for Kitone. So there goes Kitone, and there basically goes all of her damage, basically. I just said basically so many times. But now it's just Engelbert and Lemuré against 3 really strong people. I don't think they'll be able to do this. And Lemuré is just going for stops instead of actually like casting Comet or anything. I do have that spell on, but I guess Lemuré just prefers to use stop. And she's just missing all these stops on Tidus. Engelbert's finally unstopped, so he's going for Taunting Blade. Get that hate back up. Lemuré probably going for Muraga. Back to full health. Engelbert is about 55% health. Triple slash, tanked well by both members. Tidus going for the Odin on Lemuré. Weird hate. I would have thought that Engelbert would have taken at least a couple more hits before his hate wore off, but I guess not. So now it is Engelbert versus the world. Not a good match to start us off with, since we did lose Kitone early. But I guess this is like a showcase of how beefy Engelbert can be, and how stop is actually really important for keeping that hate up, or keeping the enemy AI attracted towards you. So yeah, really eye-opening match, and it really shows that stop can be pretty powerful. Okay, so for our next match, we are going against a mono lightning team, a 103 9S, 120 Frederika, and a 115 Cloud. So exactly what we want, actually. Lightning teams, I think, in my opinion, they just get ran over by this composition for some reason. Might be because of Kitone, or it might be because all lightning users are like physical attackers. Unless you're like running a Skahal or like a Solir. Lightning doesn't really have any magic users. Yeah. So anyways, enemy Frederika did use bells, so we are in danger of dying to a barrage. But there's the haste shot on Engelbert, and actually he gets to go again right before the enemy goes. So Kitone there on the side, Sentinel from Engelbert. He is attracting everyone now. There goes Cloud 111. Nice. Lemuré probably casting haste on herself, but she is in range for barrage and gets taken really low. But Engelbert actually tanks 1 damage yet again from the barrage. Dodge from Kitone there, and then here goes Kitone. Drain Force onto Frederika, one-shots her, and that is 1 enemy down. Engelbert going for Retribution Drain. Muraga from Lemuré. Cloud is probably still attracted to Engelbert here. Decent damage from Cloud, but Engelbert is just way too tanky. And then there's the Drain Force on Cloud, taking him down. And now it is 9S versus the world. But Lemuré probably going for a quicken here. Engelbert is stunned though, but he gets out of the stun and he goes again actually. He goes for the Sentinel this time. Drain Force onto 9S, not that much damage. Quicken onto Engelbert again. Engelbert, Retribution Drain. He really likes that skill. I've noticed that a lot. And then here is the Drain Force to top it off. So yeah, pretty clean match. Everyone's fairly healthy. And yeah, that is pretty good. Alright, going into our next match, we have a 120 Cloud, 115 Charlotte, and 107 Frederika. So 9S did get the boot in exchange for a Charlotte, which is a magic tank, so I highly doubt that'll change anything, but we'll have to see. You never know. Maybe Charlotte can get some hate shenanigans going on, but we'll have to see. So Kitone there going for bells, walking up. Lemuré going for the haste shot onto Engelbert. Enemy team just buffing themselves up. There is the hate onto Engelbert. There is the haste jaw onto Engelbert. So now he is a fast turtle. Drain Force onto Cloud takes him to about 10% HP. Frederika going for Barrage actually hits Lemuré in the backline there. Engelbert walking up to the front lines. He is now frontlining. Lemuré just gonna heal herself back up in the back. Cloud trying to deal with Kitone, but deals decent damage. Kitone going for the one shot onto Frederika. That is one problem taken down. Engelbert and Charlotte just exchanging attacks here. Lemuré just still buffing herself in the backline there. But here is the LB from Charlotte. Will it do anything significant? No, not really. Here is Cloud going for the Mega Slash. Almost takes down Kitone actually. 301 or 308 HP left, but she just auto attacks Cloud to death. And now it is only Charlotte. And if you notice where Charlotte is standing, she's standing in like this lone square island. And this is what I call the Forbidden Zone, or Forbidden Square. Because if anyone's standing there actually, it's impossible to Drain Force them, I think. So yeah, Kitone is just gonna throw all her debilitators at Charlotte, and Engelbert's just gonna auto attack away. While Lemuré back there is just gonna support both Kitone and Engelbert. So debilitator, auto attack, debilitator, auto attack. Yeah. Quite a fun interaction here. But Kitone switches up and goes for an auto attack to win the game. Or win the match. GG. Alright, for our next match we have a 107 Cloud, 120 Frederika, and 120 Duane. So we're switching it up a bit, going for a duo lightning team plus Mr. Duane. Probably somewhere up there in like top 3 units in the game. Number 1 is definitely Helena, there's no doubt about it. But Duane he's somewhere up there. So here is the regular opening sequence, but actually it is a Ranger Cloud this time. So Cloud actually goes for the sharpshoot on Kitone. Here's Engelbert getting hate on himself, and then getting the haste jaw. Here goes Kitone. Walks up, Drain Force, and takes out Cloud. And there's one problem gone. And then Engelbert goes again, Sentinel goes to the front line, Lemuré following shortly behind. Barrage from Frederika, and once again Lemuré is taken pretty low, but she'll probably heal herself back up with Muraga. Eternal Darkness from Duane, about 2k damage. And a disable though, but that doesn't really matter because Engelbert he doesn't do much. But yeah, Kitone one-shots Frederika there, and Kitone going for the Drain Force on Duane now, doesn't one-shot him, and that's okay because it'll just take another Drain Force to kill him. Engelbert still disabled, no longer disabled, but it doesn't matter because Drain Force, and there you go. Pretty quick match there. 4 Drain Forces to just wipe out the whole enemy team. Not bad. Alright, so for our final match, we have a 120 Cloud, 120 Charlotte, and 119 Frederika. So probably the strongest team I'll be facing in this video, since mostly all the units are 120. But, yeah. We'll have to see. Alright. So, there is the regular startup. Bells on Kitone, she walks on top of that box, like always. Lemuré going for the haste jaw. Bells for Frederika yet again. Cloud. It is a Ranger Cloud, so he does go for the sharpshoot there. And he stands on that box too, so watch. Standing on that box is actually really important for Cloud, because now Kitone cannot go for a Drain Force and has to go for Debilitator there. So yeah. There is Engelbert though, walking up to the front lines. Lemuré probably casting haste jaw on herself. Piercing shot onto Engelbert doesn't really matter. Okay, here's the enemy Cloud popping Odola's TMR and walking into the Forbidden Square. But Kitone doesn't care, she just goes her Drain Force onto Charlotte. Engelbert does care though, he actually goes for Cloud there. What is Frederika gonna do here? Probably a barrage? Yeah, a really close range barrage actually. But doesn't matter, Kitone just walks inside, Drain Forces Charlotte, and she is down. Lemuré probably looking for a quicken onto Engelbert. Quicken. onto Kitone actually. And there goes Kitone. Draining Force onto Frederika. Does not one-shot her, surprisingly. But Engelbert finishes the job, takes on his honey. And Muraga onto Engelbert there. Cloud. Braver. Takes down Engelbert, but he does have courage. There is Debilitator again because of the Forbidden Square. Muraga again onto Engelbert. And Debilitator, yep. And that finishes Cloud. So yeah, pretty well made arena fights. I don't know why I said well made there, but yeah. Kitone, still pretty good. Great unit. Don't need Muraga or Zazan. Kitone alone is just great to go against lightning units. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.